Like, I'm cool with guns. Obviously, I had one. But nigga had an AK-47 and just shot 2 other people.
Oh, now he hoping. See what I'm saying?
What the fuck am I supposed to say? You asked about a hypo.
Yes, but
and
do
I
you
said
think
my answer.
Taking the law out of it, it just seems like, yo, bro, you came there to do something, to start something, to give you an excuse to do something fucked up.
There's no self-defense when I go antagonize people and the shit doesn't play out well.
You're now listening.
You're now listening to the Shameless Goat.
The Shameless Goats.
The Shameless Goat.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Shameless Goats.
What up,
Yo.
bro?
So recently in the country, we had some events in Wisconsin with Kyle Rittenhouse, and then also in Georgia with the 3 men who were just convicted. And I want to know, well, straight up, how did these events affect you? Before we get more into the details.
Yo.
Shit, I'll go for me with Kyle Rittenhouse. I guess if you group them all together, neither one of those was really shocking for me. I mean, with Ahmaud, let's say we start with Kyle. Kyle, that's a white kid. He went from, I think, Illinois to Wisconsin, killed 3 people, cried on the stand. He got off. Not surprising to me. Funny. And then Ahmaud Arbery, I mean, that case was just so egregious. They killed this man. He was running.
Jesus Christ.
And, you know, neither one of these was shocking to me.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, it just seems typical. It just seems typical. It's not. I don't even know. It's becoming redundant. Like, okay, this is here we go again.
Yeah, I didn't even care to watch any of the verdicts. Actually, I think the most interesting part was just hearing that. I think that's probably what did it for me. Hearing that Kyle Rittenhouse, whatever his name is, he actually picked his own jury. You know?
That's what got it for you.
What that part? Once I heard that, I was like, "Yeah, fuck this." I mean, then I heard also the judge throw out the whole, the one charge that should have stuck. So that was just like, okay, well, we know
the
what's
illegal
gonna
possession
here.
of a firearm.
Yeah. So at that point, I was just like, "Oh, fuck it. We know what's gonna happen."
Yeah, I mean, there's reasons why the judge said that he threw out the firearms charge, because, well, first, Wisconsin is an open carry state, so for adults. Open carry for adults, and Kyle was a minor, so some people were really upset. They thought he should be convicted but he got off on an exception to the law where and this is stupid in my opinion, if your rifle is longer than 16 inches, if the barrel of the rifle is longer than 16 inches, then it's not unlawful. So that was a stupid technicality. His rifle, the barrel is longer than 16 inches, but people who don't look at the details, they just see, oh, this guy went there after because the reason it started, it was a protest for the Jacob Blake. He had just been shot 7 times in the back when he walked into his car, and then they had the protest, and then Kyle shows up to protect property, and people didn't like that. Yeah. So people who ain't following the details, I understand they getting upset, but it's like that's the law in that state. So what are you supposed to do?
But I mean, and this is why people don't take law seriously. You know, this is. You know, I know he got off, it's self-defense. I guess it's lawful, blah, blah, blah. But the law itself is poorly, obviously, even the
poorly written.
The judge himself was like, I don't really get this. And since I don't get it, I'm going to just throw it out because it don't make sense to me. He said, I think his exact words was like, I'm unclear what the law says. And you a fucking judge. So
that's the problem. That's the legislature's part. You know, if they didn't make the law clear, that's not the judge. He just enforces it.
He should have an understanding of it at the very least.
Like your role in this system is to
interpret the law
and clarify and pronounce judgment. Like, this is what the law says. Here's maybe several different meanings, and then you pass a judgment.
Well, the judge does make some rulings, but since they had a jury trial, the jury's gonna decide conviction or acquittal, and then the judge will handle the sentencing.
But I'm saying even before
We're talking
that,
about
the charge.
The charge.
He dismissed that. That's without a jury.
Yeah, because Kyle's lawyer filed a motion to dismiss the charge, and the prosecutor even agreed that his rifle was longer than 16 inches.
So that's
just the law.
Right, that's true. That is the law. But what I think is stupid about that entire situation is this. What is unclear that I think is the most important part of it is whether a minor can possess a gun in the state of Wisconsin for purposes that have nothing to do with hunting. I read the exact statute.
Yeah.
And in the statute, it's not clear about that. But every other part that is clear in the statute talks about exceptions to when the minor has a gun in training, when the minor is with an adult and
at a
hunting,
shooting range
or at a
whatever.
shooting range.
Yeah.
In all of these instances. So in this one instance when it's unclear, I think it would have been prudent of the judge to say, you know what? I'm going to follow the same logic as the other sentences in this statute and say that you couldn't have possessed a gun because you weren't using the gun while during hunting, or you couldn't have, or you weren't at a gun range. You know, it doesn't apply in these other instances. I'm not going to make it now apply in this most serious thing right here. You use this gun to kill somebody, whether it was in self-defense or not. We didn't get to the self-defense part. Right now, we're saying, should you have had that gun in the first place? And him saying that he was confused about it, so I threw it out. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's silly.
But I think the judge already knew that was the only charge that would have sticked. And I think
Because clearly it wasn't murder. So for me, from jump, like as soon as it happened, the same fucking day, I was telling you guys this guy is innocent. That's a clear case of self-defense.
So
I told y'all that shit a year ago.
Yeah, but
So I
we don't-
disagree with that.
I think
Clear self-defense.
I don't
Look,
think it's clear self-defense.
so the first guy that Kyle shot, Kyle was running away from him. The guy pursues him and attempts to pull Kyle's rifle out of his hands, and Kyle shoots him.
But
what do you think that is?
Is pulling a rifle out of someone's hand, death sentence? I don't.
Yes. What are you pulling my gun from?
Because you pose a threat.
There was no threat. He's running away from you, and you chased him. There was already shooting in the air, and then you try to pull his rifle out of. Why would someone pull the rifle out of their hands? Give me two logical reasons.
So, is that the point when he shot him? When he tried
the first guy, yes, when he was trying to pull his gun away from him, Kyle shot him.
So what about the other people?
So the second, right? So after Kyle shoots the first guy, who I don't want to say anything about people. He's deceased, unfortunately. So then Kyle is on the phone. I don't know if he was calling 911. He told us, hey, I just shot someone and somebody else is performing first aid. They tell him to leave. So he's running down the street, and Kyle is running in the direction of police down the street. And then there's a group following him. They say, hey, get that guy, get that guy. Someone says, hey, what happened? He just shot someone. They say, get that guy. Now you have, and I'll post a video on YouTube, share it in the descriptions. You have a clear group of people chasing Kyle, and he's running away with a rifle, and he's being attacked by like 5 people.
So full disclosure, because, and forgive me if this, this is going to sound bad, but because of what we said earlier, how this just was a redundant thing to me, like Mike, I wasn't paying attention to this case in the beginning. So I didn't see a video where somebody was trying to take the gun from his hand. The only video...
That's the first shooting. And the second shooting. It happened twice.
And the only video that I saw was him running, and then at some point he turns around and then shoots.
Yeah,
that's the video that I saw.
Yeah, Cal, he's running away, and then there's like 5 people chasing him. They say, get that guy. One guy hits Cal in the head and knocks his hat off his head. Another guy comes with a skateboard. This is one of the guys who died. He hits Cal with his skateboard, and then while he hits him and he's trying to pull the rifle out of Cal's hand, Cal shoots him.
That's the first one.
Well, that's when he's running away. That's the first guy, because the first one was already shot.
So
that'll probably be the second guy.
So then the point I want to make is this: so for self-defense, you have to believe that your life is in danger of either dying,
imminent.
So either you're gonna die or you about to get hurt
Serious
really,
harm.
really bad, a serious harm. So to me, I would argue if you have an AR-15 and you're running away from people, the likelihood of you thinking that you're gonna die and the people are unarmed and you turn around to shoot them, because if he, like you said, is running to police officers, well then keep running.
That's what he did, but he was running, and then they attacked him, and he fell to the floor. So they were still running on him.
So the video I saw,
hitting him.
He was running. He turned around and shot.
No, he doesn't turn around. I'll show you the video again. He's running. Someone hits him in the head, and then eventually he falls to the floor. He falls to the floor, and people are still going at him. And one guy with a skateboard hits Kyle while he's on the ground. And he tries to pull his gun from him. Kyle shoots him, and then another guy. Kyle fired at one black guy. That black guy's lucky Kyle missed him. He would have been hit also. And then another guy has a handgun, like from here to me. He has a handgun.
You mean
Yeah, like you're Kyle on the floor. The other guy's right here where I am. This distance. He sees Kyle's on the ground. He just shot someone. That other guy has a handgun in his hand and approaches Kyle. Kyle only shoots him once the guy moves toward him again with the rifle, with the handgun. He shoots the guy. That's self-defense.
So those are the only 2 people who got killed.
And the second shooting, yeah. Well, the first death came earlier, and then he's running to cops. And then the second guy, the guy with the skateboard, gets killed. And then the guy who's running up at him with a handgun in his hand, a pistol, he gets his arm blown off.
I got to see these videos again because I'm feeling like we're talking about
That's
different
clear
videos.
Self-defense. I'll show you the video. I'll post it in the link below.
All right, you look, you was gonna say something.
No, I was gonna say I was looking up about the third guy. So the third guy, the person who's got shot, I have his name here, some with the G, him, Mr. Grosskreutz. He's a paramedic. So he said that he saw Kyle shoot the first 2 people, and then he saw Kyle run past the police, and people behind Kyle was like, "Hey, he just shot somebody," and he saw the police ignore the people saying he just shot somebody.
That happens at the end of the video.
Right. So the paramedic is saying, like, the paramedic said, I had a gun on me too. Number one, the paramedic didn't kill nobody, but that's a whole nother. He didn't shoot nobody. That's a whole nother thing. So he said with Kyle, I respect him having a gun, blah, 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 all that, cool. But I wanted to grab the gun so he don't kill other people. Because he already killed 2 other people.
You taught the guy who had the pistol?
The paramedic, the third person. The third person that Kyle shot.
That guy.
But he didn't die.
He didn't die. No, he testified.
That's the guy who got his arm blown off.
His arm, yeah.
That was just stupid. That was just stupid. I'll show you the
How
video.
can you say it's stupid?
It's stupid because he's defending himself. You got a handgun and you running up on him. What he
just shot 2 other people.
He just shot 2 other people, and he's a paramedic.
He's just defending himself twice, and you're the third person. He just defending himself.
I mean,
how smart is that?
That's based on interpretation. When it's
There's
actually,
no interpretation.
It is. When
he was acquitted.
When you're in there and it's so being acquitted doesn't make you fucking not guilty.
That's exactly
no,
what
that doesn't mean
not guilty.
No, that just means in the court of law.
That's exactly what it means.
Not guilty doesn't mean innocent.
Exactly my point.
Not guilty.
Well, he was
doesn't mean
acquitted.
innocent.
A lot of niggas not found not guilty. Shit, O.J. Simpson, that nigga's guilty.
That nigga's guilty. Yes, that's right.
What the fuck we talking about right now?
Simpson definitely
He killed that motherfucker.
Nicole Brown Simpson and my man definitely killed him and definitely got off because of technicality.
For sure. But go ahead, continue.
No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, like something that some people take issue with is why was Kyle there? Why would you leave your state to go to the next state? They're protesting Jacob Blake. What do you think about like people going and defending property, quote unquote?
That's being
states?
confrontational. That's one in smoke.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, you going into a situation understanding that it's
protesting police brutality.
It's not even about that. It's just about you understand it's a volatile situation. You're going into there understanding there's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of people on edge, and so you're going not to protest but to essentially be a issue to cause conflict. I mean, that's like a KKK rally going on, and you got a bunch of Black Lives Matter trying to meet people halfway. Like
that's stupid.
You're pretty much bringing on this. You want smoke.
Yeah, you're provoking.
So and that's what I think Kyle was doing. I think you can't provoke a situation to happening and then cry self-defense.
So in all fairness,
correct.
In all fairness,
legally it's different.
You could provoke somebody.
Absolutely, we know that legally, but we're not talking. I'm talking about
ethically and morally and shit.
Yeah, like ethically and morally, like it's fucked up.
But and this is where judges, I think, supposed to come in here. It's like, yes, legally you probably have the letter of the law behind you, but why are you there in the first place? Like somebody has to use some kind of
discretion.
Yeah, like
common sense.
Yeah, somebody in the judicial system has to use some sort of. Just common sense. Like, yes, the letter of the law. Okay, yeah, you got what you said. The bump rifle was longer than 16 inches, and
stupid.
And Wisconsin is open carry. Like,
stupid technicality.
Somebody got to use common sense here, dog. Like, this man went over there to protect property, but really, he just really, to me, it's like when I see people driving on the street and they got an American flag hanging from the back of their cars. I already know the type of person that they are. You know what I'm saying? It's like they use these symbols, like the thing is, we're protecting property. No, you're not. You're protecting.
Maybe the Confederate flag.
No, I'm talking about the American flag.
Oh, the American flag?
Yeah, when I see people with an big old American flag when they're driving the back of their pickup truck, I already know what that's about.
Yeah.
What is that
Are you-
about?
It's the
though?
same thing as Confederate flag.
Yeah, it's the same
You
thing as
think it's the
Confederate flag.
same?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
It's
a
just,
pride.
but he's just hiding behind like the American flag. You see what I'm saying? So Kyle went to Wisconsin. Yeah, we're gonna protect property.
Didn't he do this shit?
No, he
that's-
did the OK symbol, which was the symbol for the Proud Boys. Used the same symbol.
The white power symbol,
Yeah,
right?
the Proud Boys.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he's going there under the guise of we're protecting property. You know, people, tax-paying people, we want to protect their property because we saw what happened with the George Floyd protests.
And I don't think you could do that in Wisconsin. I don't think you could protect property by killing people.
But that's no like protecting property is not a thing. That's not real.
And to
This
me,
is
it's so
all-
stupid.
Right.
Like,
I see what
so
you're saying. I
let
see
me
what
ask you
you're
a
saying.
different question, right? So what do you think about after all these police shootings killing unarmed black people and then people protest? What do you think about like people destroying property in the areas after the shootings?
I don't like it personally, you know, but I'm not gonna protect a CVS.
What if it's your store though? If
It
it's
don't
your
fucking
business,
matter.
If it was my
if
business,
people,
They got insurance for that.
you saying just get insurance and let them
No.
burn down the store?
no, but what I'm saying, like if it's my store, all right, maybe I try to stand outside of mine, or you know, I'll play the game. I'll put all the boards up. I'll put a Black Lives Matter sticker on my door, and I'll do all that stuff. You know, like, but I'm gonna expect you who I don't know to come
travel,
from,
yeah, to another state.
You be in your group forums, like, yo, all of us, we going to protect property, protect America, protect liberty, protect
Right.
values. We know what you're saying.
Where was all
we
that
know
smoke
exactly
when it
what
was
you're
when they had the siege at
The Capitol.
you get what I'm
Oh,
saying?
the
Where
Capitol on
was all the
January 6th.
protection of all that? See,
Ain't
this,
nobody try to protect
yeah,
the
they
White
weren't protecting
House.
shit,
Yeah.
man. Get the fuck out of here.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why this Kyle thing doesn't really. It don't surprise me at all. I saw the next day he took a picture with Trump. Like, why did Trump want to take a picture with him? You see what I'm saying? This is all none
That's
of this.
clear. That's
it's
clear. That's clear.
So this whole pattern is starting to line up. The judge don't know something, so I'm gonna dismiss it. He's, you know, I'm gonna let you pick the jury because whatever. You get acquitted, and then you go on Fox News say like, oh, I support Black Lives Matter, and then you go take a picture with Trump, who says I'm against Black Lives Matter.
Right,
Like
exactly.
none of this makes
It's
sense,
not consistent.
or it does make sense.
So
Yeah.
so all
Yeah.
that stuff, like, it makes you think political and politics is involved or something.
No, but like all of it is
It's symbolism.
It's a sham. Yes, all of it is symbolism. Like the real thing is that he's a
He's
white
racist.
supremacist. He's racist, and
That's
that's
it.
all it was.
And that's all
None
it
of it
is.
none of it is unclear.
I don't know if he's racist.
The fuck do you mean?
I think he was stupid to go over there.
You
Nah,
just said-
he's absolutely
you
racist.
You saw him.
I
throw
said
up
that.
No.
Oh,
I'm saying
you're
he's
saying
absolutely
He just threw up the
racist.
Proud Boys
the
symbol.
Proud Boy sign. What, I mean, what
I
is
saw
that?
him try to explain that. I don't know, like what I saw him in an interview on, was it NBC or whatever? He said that his first attorney that he had was crazy. That first attorney took him to a bar to meet some Proud Boys. He didn't know they were Proud Boys at the time. He fires that attorney, the two of them, and gets new counsel. That first attorney helped him raise his bail, helped him raise over $2 million because on that charge, on the murder charges, it's easy for judges to give $1 million bail. He helped him get bailed out. Now, I don't know if it was good. He doesn't like, allegedly what he says on the news, I don't know if it's true or not, but he's saying he doesn't like that attorney. He thinks the guy is crazy. And he's saying he's not a Proud Boy and all this stuff. That's what he's saying. He's out of jail. He's acquitted. But was it, if it's your,
Just sounds
if it's your
fucking convenient.
client, would you
It's
help them raise
convenience.
the money to get the bail, even if you got
It's
to
convenient.
show some racist shit to raise the money so he can get bailed out?
Come on.
Or you,
What kind of
Fuck
question
outta
is that? You, throw up white supremacy signs so you can get bail money.
well,
Right,
he says,
that's
I don't know.
wild.
That's just what
Come
Kyle
on,
says. I don't know.
So let me. I could tell you what you saw. You saw a motherfucker lie to you. Right?
Yeah, probably. I don't
you saw a
know.
motherfucker lie
Yeah,
to you.
bro,
Like
come on, man.
straight up and down. Like the whole shit is just, as Mike said, it's just Sam. It's just bullshit. This is one racist doing some other racist shit, taking a picture with another fucking racist.
Imagine like, you know, one of us get a murder charge and your lawyer like, yo, all you gotta do is go in there and say niggers are trash, hate niggers, blah blah blah. So you can raise me. You'd be like, what? What kind of advice is this? Like,
I don't think.
it's the-
I don't think his attorney told him. I mean, I don't know what the attorney told him. I was even thinking, did the lawyer just tell him, "Hey, let me get you bailed out after you beat the charge. Just blame it on me.
Yeah.
Just blame the first attorney. Say you fired me and shit, and blame it on me so that you don't have to take all the smoke."
This whole
I don't
thing
know.
is- this whole
Don't
thing
matter.
is-
It's bullshit.
Like when I saw he took the picture with Trump, I was like, oh, the mission is complete. You know what I mean? Like
That's funny.
everything came full circle. Like everything that I felt about it
Yep.
just came full circle. Because he didn't have to take a picture with Trump at all.
Trump didn't have to take a picture with
Oh,
him.
excuse me. Yes, Trump didn't have to take a picture of him at all.
Yep. And so when somebody says they support Trump And then I'm just like, well, this is the things that he aligns himself with. And it's cool that you're for his economics, but at the end of the day, what is the most important thing to you? This morality thing right here that we're talking about right now, if that shit's not important to you, then that's a problem.
Right.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. Like, another problem I saw from Jump was the media, because I thought Team Blue did a big disservice from hopping on this story and promoting it from Jump. Because when I first saw the video, I said that's clear self-defense. So I said it's just stupid for Team Blue to be promoting this so much, because as soon as they lose, Team Red is gonna say, "We told you so the whole time. You guys are crazy leftists and all that shit." And it was just stupid for all Team Blue to be promoting this. What do you think about the celebrities and the media flaming this story? And
so, I mean, I didn't pay attention to none of that, so
right.
I can't speak to it specifically. But what I can speak to is, in general, politicizing everything. I think that's bad. Period.
Recipe for disaster.
Like, I think it's a recipe for disaster. If whatever happened, as you say, if it is clear self-defense, and I didn't see that video, but if it is clear self-defense, then I don't think you perpetrate it to be something different. I think you should talk about it at a different angle, like the way we've been talking about it now, saying, you know what, to the letter of the law, this was self-defense. But the reason why that young man was there was not for no protecting property. It wasn't for anything, no righteous movement. It was there because the young nigga racist.
That's it. That's exactly.
And that's how. And I think that's for me. And you know what? I may never be a politician because of this. To me, I'm a big firm believer in just talking about something really, like for real, like realistically. This is what happened. Like, I don't want to have to be the type of person to sugarcoat it for you. Like, this is what, call a spade a spade. A spade is this. Even if it is to the letter of the law, self-defense, this motherfucker was here to wreck. He was here to fuck shit up. Like, what's the name said in Step Brothers? I'm here to fuck shit up. That's what he was there for.
I can't like, because I looked at a number of videos on this. I can't say that I think he was there just to fuck shit up. I understand your perspective, and I know a lot of people have that perspective. So then, now something we talked about earlier. How do you reconcile that? He never attacked. He always defended. The first guy he shot, he's running away. The guy chases him and attacks him and tries to take his gun from him.
So
if you try to take my rifle from me, I'm gonna shoot you too.
Got you. Now, in continuously answering this question, don't use anything about law. Just answer this question. Do you think he provoked anybody?
No, not from the videos I saw. No.
The fuck do you consider walking out there with a gun is doing?
Yeah, dog. You have an AR-15.
That's provocative just to have a rifle.
Are you fucking stupid?
It's in an open carry state.
It's not a
open. Oh Lord.
Don't use no law to answer the question.
All right. So
you're walking to a protest with firearms.
You having
to oppose a protest.
You having the rifle.
All right, so that's provocative.
Worse.
What was your question? Go ahead.
No, I'm saying him having the rifle in that situation made every encounter he had worse. Right, like I said,
I could see that.
The paramedic had a gun. The paramedic who got shot, whose arm got blown off, was like, "I'm cool with guns. Obviously, I had one, but nigga had an AK-47 and just shot 2 other people. I'm on high alert too. I'm here to protect people. That's what he said. I treated like 20 other people who got maybe beat up or whatever in other protests the same day. So he came from another state too to help people out. If I just see Buddy just kill 2 people, I saw him run past the police, and the police just didn't do nothing. Well, I mean, this in my mind, like this thing is on a rampage.
I mean,
so my point, to that was that him having the AK-47 just created intensity for everybody.
And didn't he say things to people?
Oh, that I don't know. Maybe he did.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I mean,
of course you didn't.
Nigga, I looked at more than. What did you see?
I ain't had to see shit because I ain't watched the bullshit to begin with. I already knew what was gonna happen. So but of course you did.
So I read some articles in that it said that he was saying things to people, that he was goading people.
I saw.
Absolutely.
So whether that just saying if that's the type of things that went on, I seen reports of him having some type of racist encounter prior to he went to some meeting or some shit like that. And so my thing is this: if you're putting all of that together, taking the law out of it, it just seems like, yo, bro, you came there to do something, to start something, to give you an excuse to do something fucked up. That's why you have that AR-15
illegally.
And I for sure think he had that shit illegally.
Illegally, he did.
I mean, he beat the charge in court, but
it doesn't make it not illegal. Like
he was just charged with it.
We clearly just said that the judge threw out the charge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that doesn't make it illegal. I mean, that doesn't make it legal.
Let me find this kid's name. Go ahead, sorry.
Like, you know, at the end of the day, some things are just common sense. Like, had this same kid been black, had Kyle been black, and he happened to approach a KKK rally and shot 2 white KKK members, it would have been a different.
Why are you here?
You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone, why are you here?
Exactly. But because he's white, I mean,
yeah.
Let me flip that question real quick. So
it's already flipped. Answer it.
So would you want Kyle to have been, should Kyle have been convicted instead of acquitted? Is it because he's white that, you know, because of the past sins and racism?
Did you really just ask that question?
Yeah. Would you want him to be convicted because he's a white person and white people always they don't get convictions when they should?
I was gonna say, like, I don't have no problem with, like, the self-defense claim, but, like, as soon as he got in there and they threw away the fact that he had the gun in the first place, that to me was like, oh, you do whatever you want now. Go ahead. Because him having the gun in the first place, traveling across state lines, him being underage, 17, this is the crux of the problem.
Yes.
Right? Like, you're going to another place, to a protest, to agonize, to provoke people.
I think that's the, well, I want to say worst, but I know some people are going to take offense with it. I think that's where he really fucked up. He shouldn't have gone. He should just sat in his state.
Bingo.
Just sit in your state and watch it on TV.
Wrong time, but that's
just
the whole
watch
point.
The protests on TV.
He went to antagonize, and I don't think you can play fucking victim when you do that.
That's my point.
There's no self-defense when I go antagonize people, and the shit doesn't play out well.
That's the Ahmaud Arbery case. Now they try to claim self-defense. You got Gregory and Travis.
These are not even similar. Don't even try to compare the two.
I'm saying they tried to claim self-defense after they hunted down Ahmaud with their trucks and were convicted of false imprisonment.
There's still no correlation there, so I don't see how we
I'm saying they tried to claim you said you can't provoke and then try to claim self-defense.
Right.
Clearly in that situation with the 3 white gentlemen from Georgia who provoked and then tried to claim self-defense, the jury wasn't having it. That's
also a different day and age. I mean, not day and age, but different timing and place. And the evidence around that case was just precisely what it was.
Yeah, that
overwhelming.
Ahmaud Arbery, and nigga, no way. Like, this nigga's running. You're chasing him down. I think they blocked him.
They hunted him.
They hunted him.
There's no way. To me, like, this Kyle Rittenhouse case is similar to the Zimmerman case, where Trayvon was walking in the neighborhood, had a hoodie on. I think Zimmerman crossed the street, said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Trayvon, they got into a tussle. Trayvon was winning, and then Zimmerman was like, "Fuck this, I ain't gonna lose." Shot him.
Right.
Claimed self-defense.
Now that's wild.
And he got off. These are the facts of the case.
I wish there was like a video recording of that situation.
I'm sorry.
It would make it a lot easier.
That'd be more convenient maybe for you, but you know.
Yeah, nigga. Like, we understood what the fuck it was. What are you talking about?
Zimmerman said his head was getting bashed into the concrete.
Yeah, but Trayvon can't speak no more because you killed him.
Because he killed
Exactly.
him.
You don't have
That's the
Trayvon's
point.
side of the story.
That's the point.
That's the point.
When
That's
you
the
called
point.
your dad, who's a judge, before you talked to the police, your dad probably told you what to say.
There we go. And
It's a one-sided story.
And the problem is that it seems that the white person seems to get the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Like you said, there's no video of what he's claiming Trayvon was doing to his head. All we know, or all we could reasonably infer, is that y'all 2 dudes got into a fight. That's it. That's it. And then you killed him. That's it.
It's the privilege.
He shouldn't have gotten off. It's the white. That is white privilege.
Like, before you jump in, I saw this case. His name is Christopher Belter. This man pleaded guilty in sexual assault of 4 teenagers. He faced 8 years in prison, but the judge said incarceration isn't appropriate, and he gave him probation. He pleaded guilty
to what?
To sexual assault of 4 teenagers.
4 teenagers.
He was a teenager at the time. He faced 8 years in prison. The judge said, you know what? I've agonized over this, and incarceration at this point is inappropriate.
That's fucked up.
Yes,
But a black kid still a piece of candy, and he gonna do 2-3 years in jail for what? You know, that's why I said. I mean,
This prison is appropriate for
yes.
one set of people.
His dad is rich, senior partner at Goldberg, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. So there you go, man.
it's just nothing but white
We
privilege.
playing with two different
Legal systems.
Yeah, man. Get
And
out
a
of
stupid judge in Wisconsin.
Let me ask you something. So Ahmaud Arbery was killed on February 23rd, murdered February 23rd of last year. And then George Floyd was murdered on May 25th of last year. If the George Floyd movement didn't happen and get popular, because Ahmaud, there was 11 white jurors and 1 black juror. Do you think those 11 white jurors would have helped with the unanimous without the popular movement of the George Floyd movement
Good question.
to convict those 3 white men?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Definitely George Floyd, you know, that helped to, I guess, lift up the consciousness or the awareness of white people. Oh, maybe America as a society.
As a whole, yeah.
Or even the world. I think there was protests all over the world.
It
so,
was.
you know, I mean, without that, I don't even think I think Derek Chauvin, the man who put his knee on him, he went to jail, right, prison for 20 years.
Yeah, he
I
was
think.
convicted.
But I don't think the rest of the cops were.
Exactly.
If I remember that correctly, the rest of the cops maybe were not 20 years.
I don't know.
No, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, because it was just so popular. You know what I mean? Like, but then you still remember. I remember Philando Castile. I remember that was the Minnesota case. He got shot in the car on
That's
Facebook
the one
Live,
with his girlfriend
Right.
in the passenger seat.
and the cop said he was just afraid. I think the cop just got fired or
The
something
Asian
like that.
cop, right? It was an Asian cop who did it in that
Right.
case.
So I mean, the white lady who went to the wrong apartment.
Oh,
No,
and
that's
shot
so-
the
yeah.
guy.
That's
She
too
got
wild.
convicted
She
though,
got for like 8 years or something like
and
that.
she's appealing her
There you
conviction.
go. She probably do 3.
Like, how the fuck
And
do
that's
you
crazy.
say I thought I
It's
was going
called
into my
white
apartment?
privilege.
Or blue privilege.
That don't even make no damn sense.
It's-
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying.
Something
What it's
fucked up.
not is black privilege.
That's definitely
Yeah.
true. Something also that's fucked up in the Ahmaud Arbery situation. This case, because the prosecutor at that time, she lost her re-election bid, but she wasn't even going to prosecute them. It was over 2 months after Arbery's death when the video came out. That's the only reason that charges were brought in Georgia. She wasn't even going to have the police officers investigate and see what happened. It wasn't until the video came out 2 months that those 3 guys got arrested.
Fuck all these crackers.
And why do you think she didn't want to do that?
So she
called
said
white
the
privilege.
father, Gregory McMichael,
Had to
was an
commit-
investigator
Exactly.
as a police officer, a police investigator, and he used to work with her, and she didn't want to prosecute.
imagine-
That's the thin blue line right
Imagine
there.
that white guy,
That's not black and white. That's the blue line.
that racist fucker, being a cop.
Yeah, and imagine how many times he's done this. How many times she's said, "No, I'm not going to go against the
This
blue
is just
line."
the one we know, you know?
Yeah, this is the one that was recorded.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, so I guess there's different privileges there. Imagine being like a cop, you have your own, and then, being
Just being white, you have your
you
own.
have your own. So being a white cop
And being
Jesus,
blue.
now
You got 2.
And thank
Your
God
white
she
cop is
didn't
2.
win her
You-
re-election.
yeah, man.
She says she's just not going to fucking bring charges. She's not even going to investigate it.
because she don't feel like it. The
That
judge.
bitch is terrible.
The judge said, "You know what? This case, this law, I don't understand.
I don't understand it.
Just drop it.
I don't know.
You want to play? What is he pick straws to pick your jurors? Yeah, just go ahead and pick them.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
crazy.
We
I
do it
never
all the
heard about
time.
That's dumb.
Do it all the do whatever
That's
you want.
dumb.
This white kid raped 4 women. You know what? Prison, you wouldn't like it there. Trust me.
That's funny.
It's a
Prison
bad
is
place.
it's awful. The AC's not good. The food's not good.
That's crazy.
Just go home and daddy's rich.
And they have they told you they have black people there?
Yeah, there's a lot of black people there too. And they don't like rapists either.
That's funny.
So
And one of the worst things to me was the audacity of that William Bryan guy to go into the house and get his camera and then follow the McMichael to record it. If he hadn't been so stupid to record it, they probably, because the prosecutor didn't even want to bring charges. She didn't even want to bring charges.
yeah.
If he hadn't recorded and the evidence didn't get out 2 months later,
That
like the
isn't it.
audacity to go hunt someone down and get it on video, that's just crazy, man.
You see, but that speaks a lot. I guess I know he said he recorded it because he was trying to show that this guy was Ahmaud Arbery was being, I guess, a nuisance or whatever. Like he was doing it in self defense. He thought. I think that's what he said. That's why he recorded it.
Full of shit.
But again, with the Zimmerman thing, if nobody recorded it and then they were like, oh, why did Ahmaud Arbery die?
Yeah, he was an animal.
Well, yeah, you know how they are.
He chased him.
Like,
Say
you know
whatever they
what?
want.
Yeah, you're
They
right.
brought the nigga toenails up in court, dog. Like, I think that was the most egregious thing I ever heard. Period, by far.
Because it's not relevant.
What was the comedy? Remember some of it?
It was like the closing arguments, I remember.
They brought up his feet. He was out there barefooted and his toenails were dirty or some shit. Like, the nigga was an animal. You know, I don't understand what that had. Like, it was. I don't understand the context in which that would even be relevant. Number one, but it just tells you how they think about us. That you can talk about someone's toenails, like.
Yeah, they tried to bring some race in for the jurors. Like, the prosecution has some evidence that they could show that they were racist in the Ahmaud Arbery. The killers were racist. They didn't use it in the closing argument because they didn't want to invoke race, but the defense was like, hey, we got to use it here.
I think jury should have like an affirmative action system where it's like, if it's 12 people, it's gonna be
half not even black, but half minorities.
Four black people, 4 Spanish people,
funny.
4 white
affirmative
people,
action.
3
Absolutely.
Japanese people.
I was about to ask you that, actually. I said,
You know.
I was going to ask you, like, what do you think of the 12 jurors, 11 of them being white people? I was going to ask you, and then you said you think there should be, like, an affirmative action for jury program.
Yeah, it should be. You should have Chinese people there. Fucking. You should. Yeah, Chinese people, Asian people, Haitian people, Jamaicans. It should be all Jamaicans.
Rude boy.
That's funny.
Pussy clad.
It should be all Jamaicans on the jury.
Fuck
And,
it.
You know what I mean? Just like, but I mean, I know it's a whole system behind it, but I mean, this shit is. What
It's
you
just rigged. You know, at the end of the day, when you realize it's rigged, I just stopped caring. I don't even give a fuck.
And I've always asked this question: how can people who are part of the system or people who believe in the system not see how we sitting here can think, yo, this shit is fucking rigged?
That's that guy.
Like,
That's that guy right there.
It's like, yo, we see that when someone is white or when someone is a police officer, they seem to get the benefit of the doubt. You know, and now why do we have this shared perspective? And we didn't sit there and watch it all at the same time. It's just like, I watched it where I was at, you watched it where you was at, you watched it where you was at. We came to this very, very similar conclusion. And then there's people in other states coming to very similar conclusions. Why is that? And I've never met the person who on the other side, or even a black person who's in line with those kinds of views, able to answer that question.
Yeah.
Real?
You saying a black person?
A black person who shares those views
with Trump,
or
man.
white, like a black Trump or something like that. Like,
I mean, there's a lot of arguments for it. It's like coming from black people who, let's say, support Trump or support this kind of system. It's like, you know, they see black people as like rowdy, unruly.
so you had to do it.
You know, it's like, oh man,
Inclined to violence.
Yes, high propensity for violence. You know, the black on black crime, blah blah blah, so high. Look at Chicago. They always say.
Always bring up Chicago.
You know, look at Detroit. Look at all these cities. Look at, you know, they just anytime it's something they want to protest and riot and they just complain. You know, so that's what I think. That's what I think. Especially black people who are like, let's say they've come from another country. Like a lot of immigrants who worked really hard, come to this country. They live in a nice area, nice house, mansion, whatever. They be like, why can't you just?
Dude, yeah.
I'm from, you know, the bottom of the bottom in, you know, Caribbean countries, African countries. How could I do this? And why do you complaining for? Just work hard. You know, but then not knowing is like, well, yeah, you don't have the same kind of generational pressures that we, the African Americans, have or had. And you know, and sometimes with black people, I just feel like if my great grandfather was a slave or whatever, no, I don't have to fucking, when an officer says whatever, I don't have to like be nice to an officer. That's one thing I've always hated, where it's like you're supposed to be like, yes sir, no sir. Like, fuck you. Why?
For what?
Why?
For
like,
what?
Yeah.
Fuck you. What'd you put me on for? Fuck you. Here's my license. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I want to be able to say fuck you and not get killed.
Yeah,
the
why
same way
not?
the same way white folks do the shit.
We should be able
Like
to be.
they get into a whole. It's funny how you know we have to have, as a black individual, we have to have a whole conversation on how to appropriately speak to them, or when we encounter them, how we need to conduct ourselves.
Yeah.
And white people don't have them conversations at all. It's like, yeah, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad, and then that leads into, hey, fuck you, officer. No, they don't have the same type of teachings that we have to go through. And I think for me, I don't know,
and even if they did,
it's frustrating.
Even if they did, to Mike's point, I don't see why we need to have this special deference for police officers. You should just be another dude doing your job and just do your fucking job.
Well, you know, most of them boys be
that.
on, them boys be on testosterone and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And then you shouldn't be a police officer. And then if you violate the whatever you want to call it, the honor or the duty of being a police officer, other police officers should be offended about it. Like, yo, bro, you got to uphold this honor.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be an honorable
But ultimately,
job.
that shit is a gang. So I think that's what it really boils down to. At the end
It's
of the
a
day, it's a
fraternity.
gang. It's a fraternity.
But as a fraternity, it's like, if you see another of your fraternal members doing some wild shit, like, nigga, you fucking up the brand right now. What the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
But then, I guess when the cops' defense is like, my fraternal member is also responsible for my life. Like, nigga, I'm trying to go back home to my wife and kids. So
Yeah, because I think about it like that also.
I don't mind killing this black kid if I got to go home and see my kid. Fuck him. Yeah, if I was a cop, if I was a cop and I saw like somebody doing some wild shit, I don't mind shooting you to go back home. I'm telling you. If you do something that I don't understand, I'm telling you.
Well, there's a lot of shit we don't understand.
Well, then that's a cultural thing. I know it's like if I'm a cop and I see, like, let's say I'm black, so if I see black people just getting loud and crazy, like, oh, I know they just they You know what I'm saying? They don't mean they just they laughing.
My thing is, you don't hear those stories about black cops not understanding what the crackers doing when they all rallying and getting crunk, but you won't hear the stories about the black cops shooting the white guy. Why is there a certain level of what's the word I'm looking for?
Proportional.
Not even control, not control, but what's the word I'm looking for? But you understand what I'm saying? Like discretion. When you're black, you don't see black cops just out here, shooting up white people because we don't understand them.
Because you know why? Because at the end of the day, they know their black ass ain't going to get the same kind of treatment.
Exactly.
Because it ain't the same thing. Yes, there is a blue line. Yeah, but
it only applies when you're really white first.
But it only applies so far when you black.
Even like when I saw the Capitol Police, like you said, the black cop is the one who shot that white lady.
Oh, it was a black cop. The lady who was jumping through the window. That was a black cop.
The lady that died.
Yeah.
And then he was doing interviews like, yeah, I had to shoot her. Like, fuck that. This Capitol Police. And then I saw Fox News saying like, oh, this nigga, he milking it.
Yeah.
He doing all these interviews. He crying and fake crying.
And
you know what I mean?
Fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That's
Like
fucked
this nigga
up.
really, he tried his best to save the Capitol and do that because that's what they do for. Like me, fuck that. Y'all can come through. Like fuck that.
That ain't my shit.
Yeah, and it was
That ain't my shit.
But these Capitol niggas or cops and all, they take that. Well, some of them take it seriously. So he shot her in the face. Fuck, and she died. Unfortunately, sorry to hear that. But
It was.
Let me not say that.
That the media spin how Team Red is always for police, but when it came to the Capitol Police on January 6th, now they kind of attacking cops, or at least they're attacking the Capitol Police.
That black guy.
Well, all of them really, because it didn't go with their narrative. That's one of the things I noticed, like with the media, depending on who's in office, you got to watch all of them. You got to watch multiple outlets because some won't show you what Obama did bad, some won't show you what Bush did bad, or Trump or Biden. So if you want to know what's really happening, you gotta stomach it and watch some of all of it because you won't get a full picture.
yeah, I mean, even like the Capitol shot, I be thinking about it. Like way more people should have got killed.
I agree.
Way
Probably at least
Can-
shot.
can you
At least shot.
imagine
more gunshots, more bullets?
If 20 niggas, let's not even say 200, niggas. If 20 niggas tried to go inside the goddamn Capitol,
Everyone dead.
everybody's slaughtered.
Everybody's dead.
Yes, I did.
Bomb. If you saw people climbing the gates and kicking down the windows and sitting in the Capitol seats, what?
It'd have been 20 dead
with,
niggas.
with J's on and
Yeah.
hoodies and
Yeah.
fuck, man, nigga.
I don't think it would not have been the same.
It's crazy how they still trying to arrest people from. This shit happened 10, 11 months ago,
Oh, yeah. U.S. They don't play them games. Like,
and they dragging their foot to arrest these crackers. But what's crazy is that again, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been 100 niggas,
yeah.
and we would have dealt with the same. It would have been a totally different outcome.
Yep. And it's funny that we just all have that same mindset.
Yeah.
That means that there gotta be something going on. Like this can't be made up. Like it can't be just we all having ghost sightings right here. Like come on, man. And there's evidence to state this, like how Fox is going about the Capitol Police, like you brought up, and like he's milking it. Like okay, now how are we supposed to view Fox? Now how are we supposed to view when it's a black cop versus a white cop? Like these things aren't fake. You know what I mean?
Let's see how they talk about Kyle when he's already done probably about 7 or 8 interviews already.
Oh yeah, he was on Fox the next day.
Yeah, let's see how many what they call what the fuck he doing because nigga he milking it.
Yeah, they say he a hero. He advocates Second Amendment. Met with Trump. Like he probably gonna go on tour. You know what I mean?
Write a book, get paid, become a millionaire.
Yeah. Come on now. I don't know what that kid's gonna do. I saw some of his interview on MSNBC or NBC, I think it was. He says he doesn't want to be political because some Congress members have asked him to become their intern. Some Congress members on the right.
That's crazy.
He said,
that's wild.
Yeah.
Somebody I killed. You know.
Yeah.
So come be my intern. Damn.
Well, he exercised self-defense, which is not a crime.
But I'm saying,
this guy,
whatever you want to call it. For that, come be my intern.
Peter, let's see you fall in that same situation, and let's see if you get the same outcome and wonder why self-defense didn't apply to you.
So put me in that situation. If I'm Kyle and I shoot in self-defense, would you like Kyle just because he's white? You want him to be convicted? If he's innocent,
Peter,
if I'm innocent, do you want me to be?
If you take your black ass to a KKK rally, if you take your black ass to a KKK rally, and you start getting chased or ran at, and people try to take away your gun with an assault. Matter of fact, you go to a KKK rally with an assault rifle on you, and these guys try to unarm you, and in the process, you shoot 2 or 3 people. I'm not standing by your ass while you scream, self-defense. I need you to understand that.
Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care.
or to what we were just talking about. Do you think you're gonna get a call to be a White House intern?
Or do you think you're gonna get off? No, fuck that. Before I even get there, do you think you're gonna get off with self-defense?
I hope if I exercise.
Oh, now you're hoping. See what I'm saying?
What the fuck am I supposed to say? You asked about a hypo.
Yes, but
and
do you
I said
think
my answer. Now you
based on the law, nigga. Fuck all the hypotheticals.
If I did exactly what Kyle did, I want to get the same outcome that Kyle got.
Who wouldn't want that? You should get it.
You're saying you should get it.
All right, I should get the same exact
outcome.
Do
you think you will?
You probably would. You just won't become an intern.
That's funny.
No, I don't think. I don't think he's going to. I don't think any black guy is going to a protest of KKK members or anything, antagonizing it and then getting off freely. No, it's not happening. I remember I saw a video. It was on. I think it was on Facebook or Instagram, and there was a black guy who walked around with a. I think he had a sidearm, a firearm on his side, but it was covered. And he was walking down the street, and they went ahead and police pulled him over, put him on the ground and everything. They questioned him. They gave this nigga they gave him hell. Meanwhile, there was at the same time they did it was a test actually, an experiment, and it was a white guy who walked down the street with an assault rifle, and he didn't have a permit on him. He just walked around with an assault rifle. No one stopped him or even bothered him, but the black guy walking down the same street had an issue. They fucked with him. I don't think in any situation like you're going to get the same outcome that you think Kyle is going to get because that doesn't apply to you.
I don't think the justice system is fair. Of course there's a slant in favor of white people in the justice system. It's not fair. I've asked my professors in law school, why is this happening? I've asked, because we got judges. There's judges who are your professors in law school. I've talked to some of the judges. I say, Judge, why is this happening? Judge, why isn't this person arrested? Judge, whatever. Like, you see the same thing I see on the goddamn news. I'm not cursing at the judge, but it's like, Judge, why? The judges don't really have answers because they can only. It's not like they're so like you're saying. You expect the judge to do stuff. The judge can't do everything. They're limited too in their power.
See, but that's not. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. No person in the process is end all be all. But I mean, I know judges. Yes, sir, Your Honor, sir, blah blah blah. We address them within high regard and respect, like you said. So it's like, but this, if you don't know either, then what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
What if you don't know what the law says and you're just like, oh, that's just kind of cloudy. Oh, that's too many words for me. Fuck that shit.
That's too many words.
I don't.
What is this?
I don't think
the legislature has.
I don't
to
think
change
a black kid would have got that luxury. It's simple.
I really gotta see those videos because you posted some videos before.
And I'll put in the link in the YouTube also.
In one of the videos, I didn't see what you're talking about now, but yeah, I mean, shit. If you're grabbing at somebody's gun,
yeah,
that's wild.
Did anyone ever think to say this kid is illegally carrying a firearm.
That's it. That's it for me. That's the
You
only
know,
thing.
like-
I'm
mean
about.
at
even though the state is open carry, so because the officers need a reasonable suspicion to stop him, right?
He's
17.
17,
Does
and
he
he
look
looks-
18? Does he look like an adult?
No,
Do they have a reasonable
to me,
suspicion?
he looks 16.
Yeah. So maybe some officers, definitely the point.
They could have at least ID'd the motherfucker.
They could have asked some
They
questions.
was at a protest. It's hard. Everybody got guns.
Because there's other people who had
It's
open
tough.
carry
It's
in
hard.
the same protest. But the point where I see officers clearly had a reasonable suspicion to stop Kyle is when he's running to them. He just got through shooting people, and people were telling him that's him. He just shot some people.
And they did nothing.
Nah, and I'm like, did you not hear what these
fat
people
crackers
said?
ain't gonna do shit.
Maybe the people should have got closer to the police, or because that's a clear reasonable
heard.
suspicion to stop him.
They heard.
Sign language.
That's a clear reasonable suspicion. Hey officers, he just shot someone right
Them
there.
niggas wanted to go home. Them niggas like, man, fuck this shit. They
You
gonna
got
let
an
'em-
AR and I got a
Yeah,
handgun.
let them kill each other, and then we're just gonna,
Pick up the pieces.
That's
That's why.
funny.
Yeah, that's why I'm really in favor of addressing cops with less respect than we do. Like, if a cop pull you over for no reason, sorry, no, suck my dick. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You wasting my time, bro. Like,
I don't really
Write the fucking
do
ticket
that.
and let me
I don't-
go.
I don't
I'm in-
think that would be smart.
It won't be smart, but I think
Why
that
not?
should be
Why
a
is it not
thing.
smart?
That should be a thing. And the reason we say it's not smart is because we're in fear that they'll shoot us.
Yes.
I know. Yeah.
And that's
A white
fucked
guy
up.
does not have that fear.
You-
I've seen them do the worst shit to white folk to cops.
Now I do know this white dude who got slapped by a police officer. And that was wild. He talked wild to this cop parked behind him. He said, "What the fuck you said?" White dude repeated it. Bam! Slapped him straight in his face.
And then he got arrested.
No, he said, "Take your ass home." He
See?
said, "Take your ass
Yeah,
home."
there's
Slapped
like-
Nigga
him
would have got
straight in
shot
the
and then put in handcuffs after he was dead and said, "Stop resisting."
That's crazy. But it should be like if I walk into Bank of America and I'm having a problem with the teller and I'm like,
I can cuss that hoe
bitch.
out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of this person stealing my money. I'm not afraid of this person shooting me. And if it's gonna be hands, it's just gonna be hands. And then that's just that. And it should be the same way with a police officer.
That's a problem with the thin blue line. That's a problem they need to solve.
No, that's a problem with our culture. I think
Yeah, that's nothing to
culturally
do with
we
thin blue
should
line.
decide like, bro, fuck that. We should all just be able to just talk to another human being however the fuck we want to talk to.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean if he's asserting his authority in a legal manner that you disrespect when he's asserting his authority. But if we having a conversation,
No, he could definitely.
do you
do
know
that.
why I pulled you over? Bitch, I don't know how the fuck you pulled me over.
Yes.
It's like, well, sir, you were speeding.
I don't know. I don't think that's
He or
smart, but go
she
ahead.
is no. I'm saying yes, it's not smart because we think you will fucking get killed or they'll abuse their authority. But I'm saying in a better world, we should be able to say that they're the customer service. They're supposed just the way like if at my job
know what's
somebody's
funny?
cussing
like
me
a
out,
teacher, a
like
bus driver,
Yeah.
any kind of
Anybody?
government worker.
Anybody watch Tiger King?
Who?
What is it called?
Tiger King. I saw
Tiger
the
King.
first
Oh,
season.
yeah.
If you watch season 2, there's a guy on there named, I think his name is Tim. This motherfucker talk reckless to the judge. It was so bad. He was cussing everybody out in court. He was like, "No, fuck you, bitches. You sons, like fuck you." And so they literally
not
called
smart.
backup police officers. You know, they had a bunch of cops, and there had to be like 9 cops at one point. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do, fat fucker? And he walked out of the courtroom and said, and then they're like, "Sir, you can't." But the whole point of that whole story is that he talked so much shit to these cops. At no point was he held in contempt. At no point was he arrested. Nothing.
Yeah, so
I can't. And there's 9 cops there. 9,
It's not,
along with a
it's
judge.
not illegal. It's just not smart.
It's illegal when you're black. That's the whole point. Because you would have got flipped, shot at, handcuffed, tased.
Yeah,
your
like
mouth.
the
Close your
reason for the
mouth.
protest was Jacob Blake just getting shot 7 times in the back when he opened his car door and his kids are right there in the back seat, and
I remember that.
and then they shot the guy 7 times in his back and he's paralyzed right now. Thank God he ain't dead. Paralyzed, like, goddamn.
Yeah, and
come on now.
Ridiculousness.
Okay, then. Come on. I'm sure none of those, and I think I saw none of those cops were convicted.
I don't think
Of
anything
anything.
happened. I don't even think charges were brought in
See,
that
so what are we
case.
talking about?
exactly. What's the justification?
So I see Kyle get off. Congratulations, brother.
He'll get his.
I see Ahmaud Arbery and
Oh, you know what?
the 3.
No, he's not.
He not. What happened to Zimmerman?
No, he's not.
Zimmerman is a painter who
Yeah,
it should be going
painting
for
for art.
100,000.
Yeah,
Exactly.
painting.
Jay-Z said, why nobody killed Zimmerman yet?
Yeah, all these
Jay-Z put a
street
target
niggas.
on him. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I think a couple rappers did actually.
They ain't do nothing, bro.
No, I'm saying they said it in songs like, I got 100 on
Zimmerman. Yeah.
You know, like
I don't like when people say we had an argument about that.
That what?
I don't know if you remember, but we had an argument about the Jay-Z thing, and Jay-Z's actually my favorite rapper, but I don't like that he said that. And the reason why I don't like that he said that is this, nigga, you didn't do shit. Nigga, you got the money.
Because
you got the money. You kill him.
He could probably hire a hitman.
Exactly. You got bands to put on that nigga head. Nigga, you do it. Every rapper that rapped about it, nigga, if you got beef with somebody, you gonna put bands on the nigga head and you gonna do something. So stop rapping about Zimmerman. Do it.
He's hoping that somebody. I mean, you don't want to be the person to pay for the hit.
Then
I mean,
shut up.
you're just as guilty.
No, then be quiet.
But he's putting it out there like this can happen. And you may be compensated for it if it happens.
I don't really know much about that, but isn't his broader point like why y'all like the rapper who just killed, right? I don't. Dolby?
Young Dolph.
Oh, Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
Young Dolph.
okay.
I said I don't know, right?
Okay.
So he was just killed. Like his point is, y'all killing people in the street. What's up with this guy?
Yeah,
here?
I think that was the point.
Yeah, like what's up with this?
Y'all can kill y'all own, but y'all won't kill one that kills one of y'all. I mean, I get it,
Straight
but
justice.
Then you
and all
gotta
that.
say, it just like that, bro.
I mean,
You gotta.
I think
it's
it's left open for interpretation for that particular reason.
I hate that to my core, bro, because you got the bands to put it on his head, or how I've said it, because I don't want to be a hypocrite in this situation. I've said, I'm not killing Zimmerman. I'm not doing shit to Zimmerman. God forbid if it's my nigga, or my brother or my son. We're not rapping shit. I'm not putting bands on his head. I'm killing him myself. That's on everything. Like I'm killing. Like, bro, you can't just comfortably be walking around. Like,
He's
bro,
living a better life than he did.
I would dedicate my life
for sure
to killing
for
him.
sure.
Like, or
I see
yeah.
that's it.
If you kill my son, my
That's
brother
it.
like that, yeah.
That's it
My
for
whole life
Zimmerman.
is like I just follow you around. I think like,
That's real.
I would terrorize.
And at the
you
end of the day, I think niggas just
And then you get off like Kyle Rittenhouse too. You just antagonize a nigga.
hey,
You know?
antagonize him,
walk
run away.
around. Yeah.
Like, try to take my gun. Like,
You know?
yo, bruh. Yo, nah. So when people like, and Jay again is my favorite, but when you say, well, why is Zimmerman alive? Well, bro, you better be talking about, well, why are you killing this other black person and not going? Say it and say it clearly, because sir, you have the bands to put it on his head. If you want that man dead, do it, Jay.
Yeah, but why would Jay-Z lose everything he's ever worked for?
We wouldn't. How would we know?
He's saying this shit inadvertently.
But I'm saying, don't say it. Just do it.
Yeah. I mean,
Just do
shit,
it.
When he said it, I was
then
like,
somebody get
I
caught.
feel you.
Somebody get caught trying to shoot the man, and then he goes back and yeah, Jay-Z the one who gave me the money. I'm the nigga. I think he did it as best you can.
To try to influence somebody else.
Influence somebody else to do it, and it just so happened that okay, well, shit, here goes some money to lawyer fees if you get arrested or some shit. I think that's what would have happened. That would be what takes place. But to actually say I'm gonna, here go $100,000. I'm gonna risk my billions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? Like, no,
I get that, but don't be the person to be like if it's me, I'm not gonna come up to you and say, bro, I have $100,000. Go kill that person. And I don't think if it was Jay-Z's son, I don't think that's how he would do it. Yeah. I think however he would do it,
if it was his child, we wouldn't even heard nothing publicly.
Yeah.
One, we wouldn't have heard nothing publicly, but two, he would have did it in such a way, I think, because I see Jay-Z to be a smart person, in a way that it just doesn't come back to him.
Yeah. Hopefully now, like his latest music, he said I put a 200 on Rittenhouse or some shit. Like if he says that, or. Well, I mean, Rittenhouse is gonna be out here just doing whatever he wants, but that's the life.
Yeah,
we
nothing's
live,
gonna happen.
I mean, and so if nothing else, I mean, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know if you guys wanted to add anything before we get
I just
out
think
of here.
it's unfortunate. I think he should never have crossed that state's border and gone over there to that.
Oh,
protest.
not you, advocate.
Well, once he was there, what he did was clearly self-defense,
Yeah.
but he shouldn't have put himself in that situation.
I agree. That's what I'm with you on that. My thing was like, you crossing the line with an illegal gun. That's it for me. Forget it.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't talk about the thing I thought Peter was gonna say. Just that point of whatever it is that he was doing, and I'm just keeping it straight to this one point. Why do you grab that fucking assault rifle, bro?
The people who you saying why did they try to take the gun from
why
him?
would you
To get it away from
I
him.
don't get it.
Because you're scared
I
that
don't get
he
it.
can kill
Bruh.
someone else. Duh.
Bruh, no. And this is what I said to y'all in the chat. I don't
Don't do
recommend
that.
any black person
Don't do that.
to try to grab a
Well, they
gun.
weren't
I
black. They were
don't
white,
recommend
weren't they?
anyone.
Or anyone.
Yeah, they wasn't black.
Anyone.
They would anyone to try to grab
if
somebody.
a guy has a rifle and
If
he's
he-
running
and
from away from you, why would you chase him and
especially
try
a
to grab
young
his
white
rifle?
man. No,
I mean,
I don't recommend that.
again, I think until you're in a situation where
Oh, I'm
guns
not
are
doing it.
involved.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
That's just stupid,
I mean,
man.
still, I think
Oh,
you're.
I'm not doing
I mean, I wouldn't either, but
Okay, then.
No, but I mean, yeah.
you
like-
can't say what you're gonna do
Oh, no,
when you're not in
I
the
can
situation.
say,
I am not
I can say
chasing
1,000%.
You don't know what he said
I'm not
prior.
chasing
You don't know
anyone to
what.
pull a rifle
You don't
out
have
of
a.
their hands.
Listen, what's not on tape is what he said.
Yeah.
If he threatened anybody prior, you don't know what the fuck was said. You're going based on
That's stupid.
a very small, short clip,
No,
a moment of
I'm
what.
not going
that's
about. I'm not
stupid.
going on no clip. All I'm going off of, nigga. Please.
I don't give a fuck what he said. I'm not
Please.
chasing someone to grab a rifle out of their hands.
Exactly. Please don't.
The fuck
do
can
that.
somebody say to make
Please
you do that?
Don't do that.
I'm gonna blow all your fucking heads off before you guys get back in your car.
Okay.
And then he runs away from you and you chase him for
Well,
that?
he didn't run away
You're
from
fucking
you. He
liar,
didn't
dude.
run away first.
He was running.
He got
was
chased
running
and
the
then
whole
he ran.
time.
Why would you run without
gotta
being
watch the
chased?
video.
Yeah, I gotta watch the video for
Gotta
that
watch it
part.
again.
Why would you run without being chased though? Where did he fucking run into?
It don't
He
matter.
crossed county lines and state lines to
You
run
should
away.
watch the video
No,
that
nigga,
I posted.
what he did was
It's on
he,
YouTube.
He got chased and then he ran. You know what I'm saying? Let's not make it seem like he was just running from motherfuckers. That was my whole point. But neither here
A
nor
nigga
there.
who didn't even watch the video.
So you went to cross state lines to run from people?
No,
But
whatever. All I'm saying, yeah, whatever. I don't know. That don't matter. But
Yeah.
It was just stupid.
don't grab
It
it.
was stupid for him to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
yes,
don't go do
that's for sure. And I think that it's fair for us to talk about each separate point in its separate context and pull from it what we think about it and what someone could have done differently. Yes, from the beginning he shouldn't have been there. But okay, but now he's here. Now that the motherfucker is here, well, please
Don't chase
moving
him.
forward. This is what we cannot do because if we want to triumph in these situations and we want to make these situations better, what will not make these situations better if we keep putting ourselves in these situations where, well, damn, nigga, why did you try to grab the gun in the nigga hand? Like, yo, bro.
I mean, I think that
please.
sounds good until you're in the
Yeah.
situation.
No,
That's
nigga.
kind of like motherfuckers who drove through the parade.
What,
Oh,
that's completely different.
It's not though.
No, like if you like say somebody
You don't know.
say somebody like tried to, I don't know, stand in front of the car. I know it sounds very stupid, but it's like you want to stop other people from getting hurt.
Exactly the point.
Or so let's say somebody
By
try to
standing
jump
in front of a car?
Maybe let's say they try to jump on the car, for example. Right, you try to grab onto a window and
Because he already hit all these damn people.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you put yourself in harm's way, and then if you're not the hero, then
So
you're just
let me
like
just
an
say
idiot.
one
But-
thing for the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Kyle, and this is the last I'll say about it. You can clearly see police, and you can see their lights down the street. He's running in the direction of police officers. There are some people who captured it on their cell phone because we can see it on YouTube. Just follow him with your cell phone and report that you saw a crime. Don't get involved and say, I need to be a hero. He's running towards the cop. Let the cops do
It
their job.
sounds so
Yeah.
good.
Let the police do their job.
In
Don't say-
hindsight.
No,
Don't say,
man.
I have to stop him myself.
For
This is
example,
in hindsight,
when
bro.
when there was a guy who saved somebody in a Denny's, I think there was like a robbery happening in a Denny's. It was this black guy, and he saved I think he grabbed the gun and then wrestled it away or whatever. Say if the guy shot, we'd be like, damn, this nigga's an idiot.
No.
I don't know if that's
Because
the same,
I think to what you were saying about with the car, I think there are instances where I can see someone putting themselves in harm's way, and I am not saying don't ever put yourself in harm's way.
But if it's a
That's-
rifle.
but if this nigga has an AR-15,
You think you
you
can-
don't have nothing? You don't have nothing. He's running. What do you think? You know what? Some jujitsu that you gonna take this AR-15 away? Now it's different.
I'm not gonna do it.
If it's different, if like the distance between me and Big Mike right now, he has a gun, and it's like, well, shit. You know what, bro? The only way for me to survive,
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
in that situation,
I'm gonna
that's
try to wrestle
different.
away. But if it's the distance from here to even that light, bro, I'm not gonna approach you from here
Yeah,
to
I
this
get it.
light with a fucking AR-15
And
in your hand.
It's a further distance than that.
And it's a further distance
It was
than that?
further distance than that.
Yeah, bro.
They chased him. They chased him.
All right, nigga, shut up.
They chased him. Watch the video, guys. Thanks for listening
All right,
to this
yeah,
episode.
Shameless goes.